Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see now. We're having some technical difficulties with the audio, but we'll work on that. All right, Rick, you going to stick around for a little bit?
Yeah, I'll be here and there and everywhere else. I'll be in and out probably. But I'll be listening. I'll probably make it around for the next call.
All righty. Sounds good. Sounds good. Have you heard about all the changes that they say they're making on the Main Street? I heard on the news.
Oh yeah, yeah. They try and slow the drivers down in different crosswalks or whatever the hell they're doing. I hear they're going to make Wellington Street. Oh wait, oh was it Wellington? Yeah, two way. I think it is. Barton to the access. I think it's going to be two-way street.
Yeah, but they're saying that portion is probably not going to happen till next year. But they're gonna take one lane away, and they're gonna use a buffer zone for pedestrians and something with the crosswalks. But yeah, the two-way portion of it, I think, isn't going to happen until next year.
Yeah, well, they got to do something. Now, how many are killed now? Like bicycles, what was it, nine? I think it is. Nine fatalities right now this year so far. Now, that's just crazy. That's just people not paying attention.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, geez, a guy got hit with a dump truck, and people getting hit left, right, and center. Pedestrians, people on bicycles. No one's safe. You know what it is? People don't give a. You know what? They don't give a heck. Um, they don't care what they do. It's like all the nurses have been complaining about being assaulted in the hospitals and clinics, and people just do whatever the hell they want and think there's no consequence. Uh, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's true, eh? But people got to learn though. I get guys behind me when I'm driving, and they're honking their horns at me because I'm not doing the speed limit. I'm maybe 2 or 3 kilometers under the limit, and they want to pass me, going like 90 miles an hour. I say, "Why you go right ahead? It's your license, not mine."
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Um, but I sure hope they start policing the roadways a little bit more like they used to back in the day. I mean, they did. You never heard of them announcing it on the radio. Oh, this weekend there's going to be a blitz. Because people are going up to the cottage. So it's like you're giving everybody a warning, and whoever goes out takes their chances. But back in the day, it was like, okay, you're speeding. I'm in between calls. I'm pulling you over. You're burning your tires, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they got to start doing that more now. Ticketing people for not driving properly, for not parking. I mean, it's amazing people have driver's licenses. I'm telling you, Rick.
That's the ministry, though. I heard somebody was telling me the other day, actually, a friend of mine, is one of his friends went in and did his exam. Okay, then he went back 2 weeks after that, did his road test. He went around the block, parallel park, and that was it. The end of it. Passed. That's crazy. Stupid. What happened to you know, going onto the highway or doing this and that and the other thing? But yeah, he wasn't even out. He says 15 minutes, and he had his license.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I don't want to get started on that, but it's uh, it's a mad, mad world out there, Rick. I'm telling you, everywhere, not just on the roads. Okay, my friend. Thank you very much for that. We'll call on you again shortly. And for now, let's see if there are any other check-ins for this evening's amateur radio exchange group. This is VA3 CJZ. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, and I'm not chicken.
But you're checking in with Chuck. Checking in with Chuck. Okay. VA3, Indy Mike Whiskey. Come on in. Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck. And this is the guy with all the happy news. The sun is shining, the clouds are not spinning in circles, and Dorothy and Toto are happily hunkered down in Kansas. So it's a beautiful world. Yeah, I'm happy to be surrounded in a good chunk of metal when I'm on the streets. Just because other people are stupid, and I don't need to be impacted by their stupidity. Anyways, the unfortunate part is whatever they do to the city streets to try and rein in the stupid drivers, it has a negative impact on us that try to do a good job and have been doing so for many, many years. I'm not going to say how many years. Anyways, what else is going on tonight? I'm standing by, waiting for this day in history and all the rest of that good stuff. Anyways, Hump Day, Wednesday, AREG Net Day, and definitely along for the ride. Back to you.
All right, Mac. Very good. Thanks for that. And I must say, 2 meters is definitely much stronger signal down here at this location from compared to the 70 centimeter side. So you're full strength here. Great sound, great signal as always. And yeah, there's been some weird conditions on the radio that I've noticed, but they have picked up. Conditions have picked up a little bit better than they were on Canada Day there. We were only at 39 sunspots there for one day and a 98 for the solar flux index. So we're definitely higher than that today. What are we? Let's see. Right now on QRZ, it says that we're 115 solar flux index and 92 sunspots. So that's good. I managed to make a few 13 colonies contacts there yesterday, and didn't get them all, but I tried. And I'm not sure if it's over today or a couple days from now, but yeah, I noticed stations that I used to contact, once a year around this time. One guy, I was only a few minutes off from the same time, same date, same band as last year, so that was pretty cool.
On the go. Roger that. And yeah, I was listening to some guys on 20 meters. Actually, that band's starting to open up in certain regions, probably from Jersey, New England, New York. So I think the 13 colonies is still going on. Not sure for how much longer, but some very strong signals coming in on 20 meters. 40 is starting to open up a little bit too, as well. It tends to get better as the sun goes down. But other than that, yeah, the 70 centimeters has been weird, to say the least. We had one day where everything was just way, way better than what it should be. And obviously today we're paying the price for that. So anyways, it's all good. We're able to hear each other and chitter chat and do all the rest of that stuff that we do as amateur radio operators. Anyways, Chuckles, are you going to what to Milton this weekend for the Burlington Junk Fest, Junk in the Trunk, what do they call it? Anyways, yes, the Burlington Flea Market, Ham Flea Market.
I might go. I'm still not committed yet. I go around the sun one more time on this Saturday, so I don't know if there's anything planned for me in the morning. So yeah, it's still up in the air, and I'd like to go. I don't have lots of cash, mind you, but that's okay. And I think I might even bring my coax switch with me, and if I know anybody that's got a table, say, "Here, sell this for me."
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, call it a CB coax switch. No guarantees on UHF. Roger.
Coming.
Yeah, it's funny. I already checked on it. It's supposed to be a 2 meter, 70 centimeter switch. Go ahead there, comment.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm thinking about going out to the mountain flea market myself Saturday. Keep in touch, and if I go, I can give you a ride out.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's great. That's great, Garnett. And you're not far away from me, so it's not too much out of the way to cross over there. Right on. Okay, thanks, Garnett. Appreciate it. And I'll mark you down as a check-in.
Good, no problem, Chuck. I'm probably gonna go, so keep in touch.
Yeah, yeah, you bet. Will do. Will do. Friday, I have a dinner date with a friend of mine from Las Vegas, uh, from the carnival days, who's come to visit. It's been 4 years since I've seen him, and we're best of buds from back in the day. And so it'll be nice getting together for an evening. Okay, thanks, Garnett. Anything new and exciting? You been anywhere? Win any more trips to Hawaii? Or
No more trips to Hawaii. That was interesting. That's what happened when you win a prize. Anyways, Chuck, I'll let you carry on. VE3 GMP.
all right, very good, Garnett. Thanks again. All right, who else is out there wants to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, and I heard a weak station.
Oh, Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, and you heard a weak station. Could you relay that for me, please?
It was quite weak. Who was that station who tried to check in? Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta, relaying for net control. Please go ahead. Yeah, it's WPG. He's, I believe, done by Burlington somewhere. Where are you at? Okay, he's at Stony Creek, Portable. Can you hear him, Chuck?
No, that's a negative there. Unfortunately, we can't hear. Uh, Geez, what's his name again? I forget now. WPG there. Yeah, no, no, not able to hear him there, Arpad.
Yeah, his name is Chris, and he's easy to remember the call sign because he's always wearing PGs.
Or it's short form for Winnipeg. I just wasn't sure on the Victor Alpha or Victor Echo there, but I tried him on the remote station in Flamborough. Had no success either there or over here. So thanks for checking in there, Chris. Unfortunately, we can't pick you up, but you can always follow us on YouTube as well. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ, and you can find us there live. Um, Ask him if there's anything else for the net there, Arpad.
Yeah, Chris, do you have anything else for the net? And you must be walking with a handy walkie-talkie. Yeah, you read that fine, no problem. You're coming in loud and clear. Actually, you're giving me an S7 copy here, so not bad at all. Chuck cannot hear you. I guess I'm maybe a little bit higher location, line of sight. I'm not sure, but yep. He's done by Stony Creek. He went for a little walk. I hope you're going to find a way home. Okay, and yeah, Chuck, not much to the net. I'm going to go out and do some work, and maybe I'll just take my handheld out and listening for you guys.
Okay, very good, very good. Yeah. At the last transmission that Chris made there, I was picking him up S5, S6, but very, very noisy. And so it was difficult to make out what he was saying. And I think I have a bit of a noise level there, about an S4 noise level. So he was kind of coming in with that. But thanks for trying, anyways, there, Chris. Much appreciated. And Arpad, thank you. And jump in anytime, sir. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Uh, and looking for check ins, please come now. All right, everybody must be outside enjoying the beautiful weather. It's currently 22.3 outside the CJZ studio. And yeah, I'm so proud today. I fixed our front gate that kind of fell apart during the winter from all the snow and moisture and wet stuff there, and got it back up. And now we can have the gate closed and don't have to worry about the dog running away, which he's been doing a lot lately. He must have ants in his pants there, summertime. But anyways, that's okay. All right, well let's start off with contests. As far as announcements goes, we'll go to contestcalendar.com and check out the upcoming contests. Contests. Now we do have a CW a big contest, the SKCC Weekend Sprintathon. Um, that's on July 9th to July 10th. And then there's the IARU HF World Championship. Starts 1200 Zulu time, July 9th to 1200 Zulu time, July 10th. And that's for CW and phone. And the bands included in this contest start at 10, then 15, 20, 40, 80, and 160. And I do believe that would be just about the only sideband contest that there is available that's more than 10, 15 minutes long. So, yeah, if you want to check it out yourselves, just go to contestcalendar.com. Okay, well, let's see if we have any other check ins for this evening's Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the east end of Hamilton by Center Mall. Looking for your check ins. Please come now. Okay, well, I hope Art is feeling well today. We haven't heard him in there in a couple of weeks now, I do believe. So maybe he's outside girl watching or doing something along those lines. But anyways, let's see. In On this day in history, we have birthdays on this day, and the person of note that starts off our list is Nancy Reagan, born on this day in 1921. She's of course the U.S. First Lady from 81 to 89, born in New York City, and she passed away sadly 6 years ago in 2016. Then we go to Bill Haley, has a birthday today, born in 1925 on this day. Of course, he's known as the rock vocalist, known as the father of rock and roll, for singing Rock Around the Clock and other hits, and unfortunately passed away, plane crash, I believe, in 1981. Janet Leigh, which is an old actress, she has a birthday today, born in 1927. I do believe that's Jamie Lee Curtis's mother. Well, her father was Tony Curtis, and Janet Leigh was born in 1927 in California, and she was in the movie Psycho, you might recall, Alfred Hitchcock. She passed away in 2004. And then we have the Dalai Lama, the 14th Dalai Lama, which is the current guy. I forget his name. Tenzin Gyatso is his name. He's the Tibetan spiritual leader of the Buddhists. He's born in China, actually. And he's born on this day in 1935. So that would make him almost 90 years old. We're getting there. About 87 years old, I think. Ned Beatty. He's an American actor. You might know him from the movie Deliverance. I remember earlier I heard somebody talking about squealing. I think it was Mac, IMW, and here you go. Here's the squealer himself. Ned Beatty has a birthday today, born in 1937, passed away last year. And by the way, he's from Kentucky. The original Robin, Burt Ward, has a birthday today, born in 1945. Of course, he was in the 1965 Batman and Robin duo TV series. He's born in LA, California. Okay, we'll continue on. Well, here we go. We got we got a Bush here. George W. Bush has a birthday today in 1946. He was born, and we all know who he was. That's the son of George H.W. Bush. And then Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, has a birthday today, born in 1946 in New York, New York. And another gentleman you might have heard of, 50 Cent. His real name is Curtis James Jackson III. Say that 3 times fast. 1975, he was born in Queens, New York. Kevin Hart is the last person on my list with a birthday today, 1979. Wow, he's young. Kevin Hart, he's a comedian. I just watched him in a movie last night. What was the name of that? It's crazy. It was a new movie he's in. Anyways, that's it for birthdays. We'll continue on the list a little bit later on, but let's see if there's anybody else out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is week 1503 weeks. AREG has been on the air, and we're looking for your check-ins. Please come now. All right, not hearing anything over here. Let's switch over to the remote station in Flamborough and see if we can contact anyone through there. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for any check-ins anywhere. Please come now. Okay, very good then. Well, we have a total of 5 check-ins so far. I kind of imagined it would be a little bit of a slow day, slow evening, I should say. It is lovely out there. I wouldn't mind being there myself, outside on the front porch, watching the sun go down. And all right then. What other announcements do we have here that we could make? Nothing really. I don't think there's any. What do you call it there? Oh yeah, this weekend there's a flea market in Milton. We were just talking about that earlier. I forget who puts that on. Let's look it up here on OnTars. Go to the OnTars website, and then the Ontario Hamfest. It's called Milton, 9th of July, and that's from the Burlington Amateur Radio Club. That's right. That's right. General admission, $5. There we go. Tailgate vendor. Oh, there's going to be tailgate vendors too. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure if it's going to be inside or outside. Does anybody know?
Victor Echo 3, Bravo Mike Oscar.
All right, we'll take Pete in as a call in, VE3BMO. Good evening, Pierre. I called you Pete there for a minute.
You did. But, yeah, just check in there for you, Chuck. I just walked in the door. Had to go to Walmart there real quick. Yeah, just to check in there for you.
Okay, Pierre. Just so you know, your audio is really, really low, and I even have earbuds in. So, but I did make out everything you said. I almost didn't, but yeah, you got that low speaking voice there, Pierre. All right, thanks for the check-in. Do appreciate it, sir. Your check-in number 6. We're just rocking it tonight.
Yeah, I see that. That's why I figured I'd give you another beam for the bot there, see if we can help you out.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I have a funny feeling things might be slow up until the sun sets there after 9, and then people will come back inside maybe and get on the radios. Who knows? All right. I know I went for a nice walk there earlier, and it was very nice for a walk. So it's nice to have a few clouds in there. Helps you out. Okay, Pierre. You haven't crashed any of your new toys yet?
No, sir. Just wait for parts for the first crash still. But other than that, yeah, everything's all good. Flying, no problem. With the planes, drones, even had the boats out again. Those things are wild. You got to see that one day.
Oh, there you go. No wonder. No wonder I couldn't hear you there. I had the audio turned down on my earbuds. Huh, by accident. I understand you went fishing too. Caught a little pike, I guess. Where'd you go?
Lake Erie with Greg there. Get out in the morning. I had to go up to visit the wife's son and wife there. They were out camping on the next day, so had to go do that. And yeah, fishing was all right on Lake Erie. At least I caught a fish.
Yeah. I don't think I've gone since we've moved into this new house here. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten a fishing license since we've been in this place. So I do miss it though. I do miss throwing a line out. That's for sure. I'm usually a fish from the shore kind of guy. Don't have access to boats, so well, I mean, we could rent canoes and that, but I haven't done that quite some time. So kind of getting the itch. I don't know if we're going to go anywhere. We usually go up to Valens for a couple of days, not too far. But yeah, I'd like to get away for a couple of days. You know.
Yeah, it's all right. The oh, look at that! I might have to move that. My radio is interfering with my Wi-Fi weather station there.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought you were going to say wife interfering with my Wi-Fi.
Nope.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, well, do say hi to the missus for me there, and appreciate you checking in there. You got anything else for us before we check on anyone else?
No, sir. I think I've got my 2 cents in there. Yep, we're good to go. Might be here for the next round. You never know. Check around. Might surprise you. V3 BMO.
All right, very good, Pierre. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And yeah, when we talk about fishing there, I always think about you. All right, there we go. Yeah, I did mention OnTars earlier. I don't know if you people realize even though the summer hours are only until lunchtime, until the end of summer, but their website is still up and plenty of information to get from there on amateur radio related things. There's buy and sell, marketplace. It's called OnTars Marketplace. So very easy to get to. Just type in OnTars, ONTARS.com. All right. Well, we are also streaming live on YouTube. If anyone would care to watch and listen, just put in my call sign in the YouTube search box, and that is VA3CJZ. And with that, let's see if anybody else would like to check in with us here on the AREG net for Wednesday, June 6th. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, November, Charlie Alpha.
V3GBD.
All right, we got 2 check-ins in there. We've got NCA and GBD. Let's say hello to Wade out in Dundas. Good evening, Wade.
Good evening, Chuck, and good evening, everybody on net. Got a little bit of a weird situation with the station right now. I tracked down a couple of RFI sources in the in the room that was putting like an S9 noise floor back to the usual S7, and now I'm hearing you nice and clear. But for some reason, when I transmit over on 2 meters, it triggers my my HF auto tuner. So that's weird. Anyways, it seems to have stopped. So I will, yeah. Anyways, I'll do this as a check-in, and I'll be listening along. And other than that, looking forward to the weekend in Milton to see people again and see what they've got out there. Hopefully you'll be there as well. I don't know who else is going to be there, but sounds like it should be a good time. And I'll send it back to you and try and figure out any of these other RFI problems. Sorry if you had an S9 when you're transmitting. Now that I shut a few things off, but wondering how you're receiving me. Back to you.
Yes, Wade. Well, you're doing a very good job signal wise. So I don't know what's causing that problem with you over there, but you're just one notch below full strength here. You can check it out on the YouTube stream, of course. And there's a slight noise, some crackling, but other than that, yeah, you're sounding much stronger on the 2 meter as opposed to the 70 centimeter. But yeah, we took out coax switch we had in line, and it was impeding the performance of the antenna and radio, and so we're getting out further now, and we're receiving from further as well. So uh, yeah, I hope that works out for you. And yeah, we're gonna try and make it to Milton. Just got an offer for a ride there, so yeah, sounds very tempting. And yeah, what a better way to start your birthday. Okay, Wade, thank you very much, sir. You got anything else before we move along?
No, I missed the start of the net, but I guess it's your birthday either today or coming up. So happy birthday! And yeah, that is a decent way to spend a birthday. Visiting something that is your hobby. So that's great. Nothing else. I'll pass it to you to send down the line, and I'll be listening along. VH3MCA 4ID.
Okay, Wade, thanks again, sir. All right, and it's Saturday, by the way, on the day of the Hamfest. And let's go to George in the east end of Hamilton. Victor Echo 3 Golf Bravo Delta.
Hello, Chuck. Hello, everybody on net. Not much to report, just, garbage night, so trying to round up garbage and, uh, so much, so much garbage around here. Trying to cut it up, tree branches that I cut down, and, oh, yeah. So I'm just trying to get everything bagged and done. Other than that, Chuck, not much to report.
Alrighty. What about the trailer there? I mean, you don't have to go into work anymore. When oh, the wife does so. Are you guys strictly weekend trailer campers?
That's right, brother. That's right. Hey, hey, trailer park boys, or that's right. That's what we are. But yeah, no. Right now, basically just weekends until we can get Wi-Fi up there where the wife could take her laptop and work remote. It's right now pretty iffy.
Yeah, that's right. Have you gotten anywhere with that internet stuff yet, or what?
No, no. So we're gonna have to figure out something else, I think. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I don't want to. The only other route we have is the doing $130 a month, and that's a little bit extreme.
Yeah, but if your wife is using the internet for work, you can write off a portion of that off your taxes.
Oh, exactly. So we're just, like I said, we've already tried what 2, 3 different methods, and none of them are working. But well, we'll get it figured out. Problem is, our trailer, because it's so covered like trees, and yeah, there's no signal.
Well, find out if anybody else has satellite signal in the area and piggyback off of them. They may not have a password protection being out in the boonies there.
I know, right? Yeah, but our neighbors, because they're far away, so yeah, they don't do satellite. They're using these antenna things, which we tried, but yeah, it didn't work. But hey, it is what it is. We're gonna keep trying.
Yeah, don't give up. There's a way. There's a way. Do some research there, and I'm sure you'll get it. Just be thankful you don't have to build one of those big 10-foot satellites there like back in the day. You remember those big monsters in the backyards?
Oh, I do so. I do. Yeah. The fellow we bought the trailer off had a satellite dish there, but he took it. And I'm like, well, we still got all the cable and everything, but we got no dish. So, at least we got the cable, so that might, you know, be a little bit cheaper. We just got to get the dish. I don't know. Because, hookup fees, and yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, tell me about it. We just got zapped for $50 there with upgrading my cell phone. Right? I mean, I've had it for whatever 4 years, and we were only supposed to. Oh, well, 2 years, and we could upgrade it. That's the way it was, and I kept it for four. And they nailed with a $50 activation fee, and I'm like, oh, come on! I'm already a customer, for crying out loud. Now you're just looking for ways to, steal from me. But it is what it is. These companies get every penny they can out of people.
Yeah, especially us in Canada. Look at the States. Their cell phone is so cheap out there, yet we're paying, like, I'm with Kudo, and I've just got like a basic, whatever, uh, plan, and it's $45 a month. The wife has, whatever, like, we got 4 cell phones, and it costs us $236 a month.
Wow. Yeah. It's insane. We are one of the highest people getting ripped off the most in the world. Some countries pay just a few bucks for their internet, and it's unlimited. And uh, yeah, I don't know what's going on. You could thank Trudeau. That's all I can say. God, I can't wait to get rid of that guy. People just don't get it.
No, I hear you. But they keep voting him in. Don't understand why. You
Yeah.
know, what is it? Because he's young. I don't even think he's good looking, but I would bang him. But he's not good looking.
Yeah. Well, his mother is quite the partier back in the day. But yeah, I'm sure he has a lot to do with it. But yeah, like I said, people just don't understand he's screwing up the country, and Like I can understand back in 2015 when he first ran and he had the marijuana vote, right? All make pot legal. Okay, I give him that. That's what got him in. But the second time around or third time, I forget how many times we voted for this guy now. It's insane. But anyways, we're not supposed to talk about politics here, George. So we'll just change the subject.
Comment.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, no politics. No politics. I don't talk politics and I don't talk religion.
Atta boy. All right, there's a comment in there. Go ahead, Rick.
God bless you, George.
Yeah, you gotta watch out, George. You wanna ban Trudeau, you better watch out for the monkeypox, buddy.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Now, this is the new AIDS, the monkeypox. Apparently, it's mostly affecting males that are engaging in sex with other males. Let's put it politely. And yeah, so it's kind of like the new AIDS.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I just want to hurt him real bad.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what they say, karma gets you sooner or later. Hopefully, we don't have to wait too much later. All right, George. Thanks a bunch, sir. We'll get back around to you very soon, I'm sure. But for now, let's see if there's anybody else out there who would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. This is VA3CJZ. Looking for your check-in.
VA3XLJ.
Okay, I only heard one station, VA3XLJ. Vanya, good evening, sir. Come on in.
Oh, hello, Chuck and everybody. So, yeah, what was the topic today?
Um, Fishing. Are you planning on fishing this year?
No, but I know that my license is not expired. I was just talking to my wife like earlier today, and I was asking how is her license doing. So she doesn't know, but I know that I reordered the car that last year, so I bought a 2-year license, so I'm still good at least until November or December. So if I remember, I just have to find the thing somewhere. Yeah, actually, the last time I went fishing was like years ago. I mean, the fishing myself, but went with my kid a couple of, no, I don't know, probably 3 years ago. It's the last fish that I catch. Now that I think of it, and it was a smallmouth bass. I remember that because I bought some rod for the kids, and it's like, I mean, I'll tell you what, if you, it's a worst rod you can have to fish, but I guess kids they have a blast. Like it's you hook like a pound and a half bass, and that thing is bending like you are pulling the shark out. And I mean the kids that they just get kicked out of it, and if the bass puts some fight, live with the fight, like it's just amazing. Like that thing like bends in a half and springs back and do all that stuff. Like I mean the kids they are thinking that that they catch the biggest fish there is in the lake, but. So yeah, that was kind of fun to do with the kids when we went fishing last time. So they still want to find the fish for the what's the name of it for the sunfish only, but the most likely.
Okay, Vanya, I'm not sure if your thumb is slipping off the push to talk button, but you keep cutting out there, my friend.
No, it could be the what's happening is yeah, it's most likely the microphone. So where was I? Yeah, the fishing at the Bay Area, like the Pier 4 and
Yeah.
over there. So last time I went there when my daughter was small, like 3 or 4, and I mean you can always catch the sunfish, and it was just
Yeah.
blast for her. Put the sunfish and then just kind of like wiggle it left and right, and see that little sun or hologram or whatever that thing is on a fish. But now the cormorants, they pretty much fished any fish there is left in the lake over there, and then no one is doing anything about them.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that. I remember taking my daughter fishing. I think the last time was underneath the Burlington Pier, Hamilton Burlington Pier, there where the bridge is, and caught sunfish. And it puts a big smile on your kid's face. And you know, it, to me, it's a sunfish. It's no big deal. But the joy that it brings your kids and that it's priceless, right? And so I miss that too. My daughter's now 23. We haven't gone. We haven't gone fishing together in like 5 years now, I think at least. So I miss that, and I'd like to maybe do that this summer. But we shall see. Um, I think there was something else I wanted to mention there, Vanya, but I can't remember. Uh, anyways, are you in the mobile?
Yeah, I'm in a car, so I'm gonna be running the car. Most likely, the power supply voltage drops for the radio. So I'm trying to charge the radio. I don't have much of the battery left today. I only have like 1 bar, so maybe that's the reason why it's cutting out. Um, so yeah, I'm in a car driving safely with the radio firmly attached to the vehicle and operating microphone only. Oh my God. Anyways, talking about sunfish, did you ever eat a sunfish? Meat is really, really good actually. If you disregard the bones, there's lots of them. The meat is really dense and chewy and good. Like it's something which surprised me. Something that small can have like that nice of the meat, but other than bones, there's like a gazillion inside.
You know what? I can't say that I've ever eaten one. I don't remember. I know they grow big in certain places, like in the states there. But yeah, I like to. The only time I eat the fish catch is if I'm up around Algonquin Park or somewhere like that. Otherwise, anywhere south, water is so contaminated. I don't want to take my chances. It's bad enough that the fish that you eat from the store probably has all kinds of contaminants and all kinds of stuff in it there. It's just sad that our waters are being so polluted. And like you mentioned before, um, they were introducing some bass, I understand, to the Bay Area there down by Pier 4 and that. So I don't know how they followed through with that. Maybe BMO can help us out with that if Pierre is still there. VE3 BMO, you there? No, he must have gone horizontal for the evening. But yeah, I heard on the news a few years ago that they were going to start stocking fish around there and keeping the carp uh, away. And so it'd be interesting to see how they're doing with that.
No, I hope they do something. I mean, those carps, they are getting big because you can see them on that what I call the wooden bridge in between Burlington and Hamilton. Like it's, I mean, people are pulling out like 5-10 pounds carps like it's all day long on a lake side, not on inside. And yeah, that would be good. But I remember fishing for the on the low boat launch at the Pier 4, the catching out largemouth bass. But this is like years and years ago. With my daughter, we would go and just put a spinner in, and they were usually around the shallows, like on train track sides, around the rocks there. So that's where we would catch some. But I didn't go fishing there for like more than 10 years. So that's pretty much you exhausted all my fishing stories, Jack.
Okay, Vanya. Yeah, we're kind of similar there. It's been years since I've been down at the Pier 4 area to fish and that, but they've made some changes down there. I'd like to go down there and check it out one time, see what all they did down there. And Yeah, I remember we used to go to 50 Point Conservation Area out in past Stony Creek there, and they have a stocked pond, or they used to. I don't know about anymore, but every year they would back a van up and then stock it with trout and bass. And of course, you bring your kids to the pond and put a worm on their hooks and watch them catch fish. It's yeah, and you didn't need a license, so that was really nice. So yeah, it was fun times there at at the 50 Point Conservation Area. All right, well that's about it for my fish stories too, there, Vanya. So I do appreciate you checking in, my friend. Do you have anything else before we do another call out?
Oh yes, about the 50 point. There's this. I at least used to was there when I had a membership card like years ago. There was a little dock on, let's say it on a Grimsby side, and there's this old man. He would sit on a dock like all day. Like usually with 50 points they had one fish limit. So every time I would go, he's on the same place fishing, and I mean I'll tell you like he fished out the whole freaking lake by himself. But the guy was funny. He was sneaky. So he would bring the fish food or some pellets and put them in some. It's almost I don't know what was the name, like aluminum tube, and he would blow it in a lake close where his lures are, and wherever his let's call it the worm is, he would be kind of shooting those pellets there. So he would like I watched him like 5 6 fishes within a couple of hours, like he would pull it out, and he was using the tricks to pull those pellets in to keep the fish, let's call it floating or swimming around wherever his bait was. So he did a good job for himself, but he always catch much more fishes than he should, but it's okay.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a couple of incidences over there at that pond in 50 Point Conservation Area. I mean, it's there for the children, and then you see these families of Asian people going in there, catching them with their bare hands, because when they first stock the pond, the fish are in shock. They've just been transported into a van and then dumped into the pond, and some of them will go to the shores, and you see them disoriented, and you see these people going in and grabbing the fish by hand, and it's like, come on, it's supposed to be fishing, traditional fishing with children to so they can have fun, not so that you can go home and boil some rice and have some fish. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean people do funny stuff like they are the stories that they are using they are electrocuting fish and picking them out with the net on the sticks and stuff like that. So signs of times, I guess.
Never mind. I've seen guys use little sticks of dynamite called M80s, M80. They're a quarter stick of dynamite, and they can sell them legally to you as a firecracker down in Florida or Georgia, down south there. Oh yeah, by the side of the road. And I've seen guys. They're waterproof. You can light them and throw them in the water, and they'll explode underwater. Uh, it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a lazy way of doing it.
On Philippines, they like to put the cyanide upstream and they collect the fish downstream in a net. That's what my wife told me what they do over there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you got to eat that after.
I guess high temperature dissolves it, so it just stuns the fish. That's what it does.
Yeah, I'm sure there's all kinds of techniques there, Vanya. All kinds. Anyways, how's the view there where you are? Are you up by the your usual spot?
Yeah, I'm up on a garbage can, so it's a good eye. I can see kind of through the trees, like there's a very orangey reflection of the buildings from downtown Toronto. So that's gonna last for another 2 3 minutes, and the sun is almost down, so it is down. So it's nice. It's a good actually. I had the windows open, so It's good. It's not hot. It's not hot. It's good. I took the shit apart, so I guess I'm gonna brag about it a little bit, and that's my achievement for today. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna be able to see you guys at 9 a.m. at in the Milton somewhere. I just have to get address off of the internet.
Yep, absolutely. Just go to the OnTAR's website there, Vanya, and there's a link for it right on the OnTAR's website, and it links you right to the Burlington Amateur Radio Club net, or sorry, the Burlington Amateur Radio Club, and it gives you all the information there. It'll be at the Milton Agricultural Fairgrounds, located in the town of Milton. Uh, there you go. Yeah, and there's a PDF file for driving instructions and all that.
Yeah, and I have to go pick my shirt up. So that's I mean that's not the only reason, but it's I have to go, or I'm gonna end up chasing the shirts around for like a little while. So yeah.
All right, all right. I'll be sure to bring my hat. Oh, there we go. My my Amazon assistant is telling me that the sun is officially setting. So there you go, Vanya. That she's still talking. All right, Vanya. Anything else there before we do another call out?
No, no, I'm gonna go quiet now because I think my radio is glowing hot. So yeah, just go to the next guy.
All right, as long as it doesn't melt into the palm of your hands, you'll be good. All right, Vanya, thanks, and much appreciated. We'll talk to you in a bit. Let's see if there's anyone else out there who'd like to join us here. The Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm here in the East End of Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right, let's try on the off chance that Art might be listening or anyone else out in that area. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group net, and we're looking for your check-ins. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard on the remote station. Let's go back up to Rick. It's 9 o'clock. Usually he likes to say goodnight around this time, and coincidentally, we're going to the top of the list, VA3AXJ.
Yeah, go ahead there, Chuck. This will be my 7-3s. Yeah, I'm going to be putting the head down pretty shortly. So, how many check-ins we get?
Oh, we're pretty low tonight. We're below our average, but it's only 9 o'clock. We've got 9 check-ins there. Vanya was number 9. Oh yeah, and there's one on YouTube. Forgot to mention one of my neighbors, VE3PFH Pete, logged in through the YouTube live stream, and so he's number 10.
Yeah, right, Joe. Yeah, well, it's a slow night. It's a nice night. Everybody's outside. Don't blame them, really. Anyhow, yeah, you're doing a fine job there, Chucky, and we're going to be signing off. So VA3XJ, well, going to be QRT. And thanks for doing it, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay there, Rick. It's been a pleasure as always, sir. And thanks for your time and to check in here. And you have a great rest of the evening. All right. Well, before we do any more on this day, let's go to Mac, VA3IMW.
On this day, I got up really early in the morning and did the usual thing that guys do when they get up early in the morning. And then I went to work and worked all day, and then I came home and got ready to get on to a conference call with automotive customers from Australia. Anyways, that's what I did on this day in history. Today and last week too. Anyways, I had no idea that you had so much interest in fishing, Chuck. I was actually what you might call a professional bass and walleye tournament fisher person throughout the 90s and into the early part of 2001 and 2002.
Oh, wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. I didn't know that about you. I'm just a simple guy, you know. I got a couple of lures and I buy worms and catch what I catch. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, Roger. You probably might have heard some of the bass fishing groups that sprung up throughout the late 80s, early 90s. There was the GM Pro Bass, and there was always the regional tournaments that were held in Bob Cajun, the Canada-U.S. Walleye tournaments, other tournaments that were throughout the Rice Lake area and throughout the Kawarthas. It was a lot of fun, lots of fun. It's kind of an expensive sport because you spend a lot of time pre-fishing to make sure that you know where you're going to go and try to cash in on the big winnings. We had a couple of paydays, but I'm sure we didn't cover our expenses. Let's put it that way. So the old TV shows that you see from the States with these guys making big cash hauls, you got to kind of crush through a bunch of other competitors before you can top off the list. Anyways, there's nothing like first cast on a tournament day. I remember one in particular. We were fishing Sparrow Lake on opening day for bass, and it was a tournament. So shotgun start, which means Star Bristol, 150 boats blast off from the pier all at the same time. And we had planned our day based on maps and maps alone. And when me and my partner settled down in the water in this one particular bay, I picked up my spinnerbait rod, cast out to the exact same spot that I expected the fish to be at. And as the lure hit the water, smallmouth bass came to the surface, and I set the hook on him, and a nice 5.2 ounce, 5 pound, 2 ounce bass was the first fish in the box, and we ended up limiting it out that day and placed in the top 10. So first day of bass season, first cast, big fish. Yep, it's all good. Not to downplay the smaller fish. I heard talking about sunfish and other things like that. I love perch. Perch are probably the sweetest fish that you'll ever catch, fillet, and eat. We also used to do a lot of ice fishing throughout the wintertime. So I do recall bagging 108 perch in about 4 hours, and there was 3 or 4 of them that hit straight into the frying pan, so right on the ice. Anyways, lots of stories, reminiscing, and all the rest of that stuff. If you got a couple of years, I'll tell you a whole bunch more stories. Roger?
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Well, that's fantastic. A 5.2 on the first drop there. Very, very good. Um, Geez, I miss. We used to have the outdoor network or whatever the fishing network, whatever those things were, but don't have that anymore. And I used to watch, Bob Izumi and the Waschuk guy and a couple others. Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings there. It's a lot of fun checking those guy out, living vicariously through them. And like you say, yeah, when they the speed or the boats speed off of the docks to head out to their respective locations there and all that. Yeah, it looks exciting. But I sure do miss watching that on television on Saturday or Sunday mornings.
Well, there's still a lot of fishing programs that are on the channels we still have. So there's Yeah, Zumi's still on. Henry Wozchuk and his buddy. It was good to see them go. Those guys were wannabes, and I don't really agree with their ethics. But yeah, there's a number of Canadian programs that are still on Saturday morning. So take a look at your TV listings, and you can scan that for some good entertainment. And like you say, living vicariously through those guys, because obviously the price of boats and gasoline and all the rest of that stuff. Yeah, you have to take what you can as you can get it. So I'm looking forward to some time in the fall. Probably get up to areas north of Trenton, and there's some small cottages up there where we like to go up and play fisherman for a couple of days, 4 days or something like that, to kind of get it out of your system for another year. Haven't been ice fishing in quite a long time. Conditions haven't really been all that good, but it's always nice to find somebody, the hut operators. They take you right out. They provide bait, and you go and sit in the hut and drink beverages and teach little minnows how to swim way down, and they get gobbled up, and you can actually cook some of your catch right on top of the oil burning stove right in the cabin. Anyways, enough about me and all of that stuff. Looking forward to doing some more of it in the near future, but nonetheless, let's carry on and see if you get any more check-ins or chickens or whatever you're looking for.
Chicks, chickens, check-ins. Yeah, we'll take them all. Okay, there, Mac. That was very interesting, and yeah, I miss it. It's been a few years, and ice fishing. That is on my bucket list. I've got to do that. I've never done it, so yeah, just one of those things we never got to. Okay, thanks, Mac. VA3 Indy Mike Whiskey. Well, let's see if anybody else is out there like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for anyone, anywhere. If you'd like to check in, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to people that passed away on this day. Let's start off. I only have three. Let's start off with Louis Armstrong, who passed away in 1971 on this day. Of course, he's a famous American jazz trumpeter and singer, famous for Hello, Dolly. Another song is What a Wonderful World. And he died of a heart attack at the age of 69. Next, we have Roy Rogers, who passed away in 1998 at the age of 86. If you remember the old black and white movies you used to watch on Saturday mornings, you've probably seen Roy Rogers in Happy Trails or on the Roy Rogers TV show. And lastly, we have Buddy Epson Jr., also known as Uncle Jeb on the Beverly Hillbillies. He's an American actor, and he passed away. Doesn't say his age here or the year. I missed that. But he died of pneumonia at the age of 95. So there you go. Lived a nice long life. He was actually a very a good tap dancer. That was his trade that got him into vaudeville and then eventually on TV. All right, moving on to Captain Kidd. Captain William Kidd is captured in Boston on this day in 1699. I forget what happened to him, but I'm sure it wasn't good. And then the American Declaration of Independence is announced today in 1776. And it's announced on the front page of the Pennsylvania PA Evening Gazette. And then Louis Pasteur successfully gave an anti-rabies vaccine to a 9-year-old, saving his life in 1885. Louis Pasteur, successful in a vaccine. So we all know what happened with that, and very famous scientist. He was actually a French chemist and a microbiologist renowned for his discoveries of the principles of vaccination, microbial fermentation, and pasteurization. Now, here's a little amateur radio news on this day. The very first photo in 1924, the very first photo sent experimentally across the Atlantic by radio. And that was from the United States to England. Very first photo sent by radio, 1924. I thought that was pretty interesting. That's the birth of SSTV, I think it's called. All right. And then very first film appearance of the Three Stooges happened on this day in 1933 with a short film named Nursery Rhymes. But yeah, Three Stooges first film. And the New York Yankees in 1941 on this day team unveils a monument to former captain Lou Gehrig in center field at Yankee Stadium. The future Hall of Famer died the previous month. So sad to hear Lou Gehrig's disease was pretty much brought to the forefront here in 1941. 1942 on this day, Anne Frank's family goes into hiding in Afterhouse, Amsterdam. If you know your history, you'll know who Anne Frank is. And then in 1944 on this day, the world's largest circus tent catches fire at Ringling's Brothers Barnum and Bailey second performance. 168 people die. This was in Hartford, Connecticut. You would think that after 168 people that die in a tent fire, Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey would be finished. This was only their second performance, and as you all know, they went on to be very, very successful circus promoters and performers. Wow. 1945 on this day, Abbott and Costello's film The Naughty 90s is released. It features the longest version of their Who's on First routine. And in 1947 on this day, the AK-47 goes into production in the Soviet Union from some gentleman named Kalishnikov. 1947, starting production. And finally, is it finally? Yeah, last thing on the list here. In 1989, the U.S. Marshals and the FCC seize pirate radio station WHOT, W Hot in Brooklyn. Good old pirate radio. Well, that's it for on this day. Birthdays, dates, events. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did looking it up. All right. Any new check-ins for this evening's Amateur Radio Exchange Group? This is VA3CJZ. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right. Well, let's see if Garnett made it for this second round. VE3GNP.
Yeah, talking about on that. I'm still here. I don't have much of a fish story to say.
Yeah, no fish stories. Geez, I remember I had a goldfish when I was a little kid, and my parents let me change the water out of the aquarium. Only I used warm water and I killed it. So there you go. Had to watch him get flushed down the toilet. Oh, it was traumatic. Anyways, there, Garnett. I'll probably give you a call tomorrow or Friday for sure, and let you know there about picking me up. All right.
Yeah, no problem, Chuck. You got my number, sir. It never changed.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll do that on the telephone. Okay, Garnett, thanks for sticking around in there. Much appreciated, sir. Don't know if you'll be around for next call, but we'll probably say 7-3 for now. Roger.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Chuck. 73, because I'm probably going to go lay down shortly. So we'll talk to you tomorrow sometime or Friday. 73 roads on net.
Okay, not a problem there, Garnett. Geez, we may cut the net short a little bit there if not too many people are going to be around, and so we'll just see how it goes. Though, but thank you again, there, Garnett. VE3 Golf November Papa. Next is Arpad, out and about somewhere on his portable. Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. Okay, no contact there. Well, let's try Victor Alpha 3 Whiskey Papa Golf. Chris, are you still around? I guess that's a no. How about you there, Pierre? I know I called on you a little bit earlier there, but we'll give it another shot. VE3 BMO.
As you never know, I could possibly be here. I had to go eat. That's why I took off for a short. Yep. Surprisingly enough, I'm still here. Cool.
Oh, geez, I had a question for you there. Oh, yeah, it was a fish question there. We had Vanya in there earlier, and we were talking about. I heard that a few years ago they were saying something about stocking bass in the around the Pier 4 area or whatever. Did you hear anything about that?
No, I didn't hear anything about that. I know they have pickerel or whatever they let go there. That's about it that I know of.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could be mistaken, but I do know there was something they wanted to start stocking uh, some kind of fish in that area. I haven't been down there in a while. It's probably changed in, well, I haven't been down there in at least 4 years, maybe five now, I guess.
That hasn't changed too much, I don't think. Looks the same to me. Too crowded.
Yeah. I like to go next to that rowing club there where they have a little island that sticks out.
Yep. Where the kid tugboat thing there is.
That's right. Yeah, and they brought the actual real tugboat there, Willie, whatever his name is, down to Hamilton. And then I read on the news that they were going somewhere. I guess going to show off the boat somewhere else, the tugboat there. But yeah, I haven't seen the real tugboat down there yet. So, but anyways, all right there, Pierre. I was just wondering about that fish stocking that I heard about, and so we'll have to look into that. All right, my friend. Thanks for jumping in there. How was dinner?
Fantastic. I had fish, believe it or not. Come out of a cardboard box.
Right on. I remember when I was a little kid, and my parents were still together. We uh, we bought fish, and it came in a newspaper. Fish and chips, both French fries and the fish, just wrapped up in some newspaper, and yeah, that was pretty cool. That was on Friday nights, of course, because Catholics eat fish on Fridays.
Yep, I remember my dad coming home with fish and chips there. Queasing fish and chips, like always. Yeah, good stuff. Not like these ones are trying to pawn off now. I don't care for it too much.
Yeah, and it's too bad. What you call it there at the Hutches is so expensive now.
I don't know, I haven't been there in a while either. Probably 4 years.
Yeah, it's a small fortune to eat there, and for super greasy foods, you're paying prices like steaks. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a while for us too. So, anyways, all right, Pierre, you got anything else for us there before we move along?
Not really, other than eat at home itself here. But yeah, continue on there, Chuck. How many check-ins you get?
We're at 10.
That's better than 6 like earlier. Alright. It's not too bad considering it's nice weather. Yep, everybody out and about.
Yeah. I read a post on AREG there earlier. Some sad news. Paul is getting rid of his antennas. I heard. So I would have liked to have had him check into the net tonight, but obviously he's got something going on there. So I hope he works it out.
Roger that. Yeah, I don't have a clue. But, yeah, probably won't hear me on the next round, so I'm gonna say 73 there, Chuck, and everybody that's hanging around here. Yeah. Till next time, Chuck.
Okay, Pierre, have a great rest of the evening, which I know will be short for you because you'll be closing your eyes soon. So nice to hear you in there. Maybe we'll give you a shout on the repeaters there during the weekday while you're working. Are you on ZOE or OBP or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I'm all over the place. But yeah, I got one on ZOE there.
All right, good to know. Okay, we'll let you go for now. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did. The sun is down, obviously, and now it's getting darker. So that'll be much easier to fall asleep. I always like darkness to sleep. All right, Pierre, we'll catch you later, my friend. VE3 BMO VA3 CJZ. Next, let's go to Wade. Victor Alpha 3 November Charlie Alpha. Wade, you still with us? Oh, there he is on the YouTube live stream, saying saying his 73s here. So good night, Wade. Thanks for checking in. Much appreciated, sir. And have a good evening. We'll maybe see you Saturday morning. All right, let's see who is next. That would be George, VE3 GBD. George, come on in. Okay, how about Vanya? I wonder if he got his coffee. VA3 XLJ.
Oh, there's still a little bit left, so yeah. I it's that downhill, and I'm home in a second or two. So this is gonna be 7-3 you guys.
Okay, Vanya, I think your battery's getting low there. You keep cutting out. I'm kind of missing everything you're saying. But I'll say thank you for now. And if I don't hear you on the next key up, I'll know why. Thanks again, my friend. Have a good one. Hope to see you on Saturday.
It's the microphone. I have to start squeezing it like a man, I guess.
There you go. Hey, listen. I had a radio, okay? It was a TYT 90, well, I still have it, a TYT 9800. And I pressed so hard on that microphone when I was doing the nets that I ended up breaking 3 microphones. I had to buy an extra 2 microphones, and then I ended up breaking the last one. So, yeah, cheap Chinese junk. But yeah, I was pressing it a bit too hard, I guess.
Oh, I don't think that I have energy in me left, like by end of the day, like to hold this wrong. But yeah, I'll try to do my best. Eventually, I'm gonna put the big radio in the car, but only it's question when that eventually is gonna come. But probably by end of the summer, anyways.
Why don't you use they have the earpiece there that has a two-way microphone speaker. You know, when you buy a Bofang there, it comes with the earpiece thing. The audio on those things are just phenomenal. That would be something you could probably do in the car there.
Yeah, what is it? I have those two handhelds, and they use the same a charger, like a 3 millimeter or whatever the number is, the thingamajigger, the yellow one. So that stays in the car. Let's call it power supply for lack of a better word, and but the problem is they use two different microphones. So other microphone is better than this one, and it depends which radio I bring in with me. So I just clip it in a cup holder, and the sits here beside me. So it's just a habit, or this is what I have for now, and I guess I just have to tough it out for a little bit more. And I even bought a bracket to mount antenna on the side of the hood somewhere. So the next time when I change oil, maybe I'm gonna put the bracket in and here's the cable inside of the car somewhere through the firewall. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do something, but I just don't know where I'm gonna put the controller because I actually managed to find the cable too from the radio to the head, and the head is good because I can plug the microphone right in it. I don't have to run a separate cable for the microphone alone. So it's only analog radio, but it does what it does. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna maybe give it a thought later on today and see. I'm not like with my puny 5 watts every day talking to you guys. I know no one can hear me.
Oh, come on now. When you're up on the escarpment like that, I'm sure you get out just fine. You're full strength over here, Vanya. So that little handy talkie is seeing my antenna and doing a good job there. All right. Well, I'll say thanks again, Vanya, for sticking around as long as you did. Much appreciated, sir. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday.
Yeah, 7-3 Chuck.
Okay, Vanya. Have a good rest of the evening. I'm almost done my coffee. We'll have to check the pot, see if there's another one in there. And yeah, don't forget, you people in the East End, it's garbage night. And yeah, we're going to go outside after this and sit on the porch for a few minutes while we're doing after we do the garbage and just relax there. Okay. Well, that brings us to the bottom of the list. The next guy is PFH. I don't know if PFH has got his radio on. Let's give him a shout. VE3 PFH. Pete, you there? Okay. Guess not. So let's see now. Geez, it's only 9:33 p.m. Let's do one more call out and see if anybody else is out there who'd like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group Net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. My name is Chuck, and I'm looking for your check ins. Please come now.
V3FJJ.
BE3FJJ Flynn, good evening. Come on in.
Well, thanks, Chuck, and good evening, and everybody on net. Just thought I'd say hello and hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, very good, very good. I see you're still having your nightly fires there. My gosh, I'm refraining from having any because uh, it costs money to get the wood, and you gotta drive out of the city if you want to get a good deal on wood. I mean, sure, the corner store will sell you a bag for 11, $12, but you'll burn that in half an hour. Yeah, I'm saving mine. Well, I got a birthday on the weekend here, and then our wedding anniversary a few days later. So yeah, we're saving it for then. Hopefully, the night will be a good one to burn some wood. And I also got for Father's Day, I got one of those campfire popcorn poppers. There, it's got like a 2 foot long handle on it, and floppy lid like they do in the theaters. And yeah, I can't wait to try that out.
Oh, right on, Chuck. Right on. Well, you know what? Hey, you got to enjoy your life. You got to enjoy life and take it as you can get it, because we're only here for a short amount of time. I hate to say it that way, but it's true. But I've been fortunate. Some people have offered me wood, so I take it, and I've been finding out of town. I'm getting a good sized bag for $10 a bag. So when I go out of town, I usually grab a couple of bags. So for $10 for a bag of wood, I can't complain, and things are looking up really good. And so I'm happy. Some red flag. I had some red flags on one of my licenses, and it got resolved, and we're doing good now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. The wife just got pulled over the other night, or the other day, I guess. I don't know, day or night. Um, she got a ticket for having paint peeling off one of her letters on her license plate. The cop says if you get new plates within 2 weeks, the ticket will be scrapped. So that's a good thing. She went out today and got that done, and that's crazy. Cops let people get away with murder, yet she gets pulled over for having flaking paint on one of her letters. I mean, there's a guy that parks on our street here. He wears one of those plastic covers. You can't even see one number, one letter on his plate. Not one. It's like yellow and scratchy and dirty, and people like that get away with murder. My wife has a little flake of paint, and she gets a ticket. Go figure.
Yeah, you know what? They're grasping for straws now, but I've seen cars where the license plate, all the reflective paint is off of it. I've not seen them once get pulled over, and now that you tell me that, it's just like, are you kidding me, man? There's other things to worry about than paint being peeled off of a license plate. Hey, things happen. They wear out, Hey, plates ain't cheap. But no, I had a discrepancy about one of my class of a license, and I fought it, and they granted it to me, and from when I was out west, and hey, it's been pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. Well, the thing I'm wondering about is, whenever you get a ticket or a motor vehicle, violation or whatever, that reflects on your insurance. When it's time to renew your insurance, your rates might go up because sure, they said, oh, we'll consider the ticket canceled, right? But is that going to show up on her driver's license? Like, I mean, really? He could have just said, listen, go change your plates instead of giving her a ticket. I don't know. I'm just a little peeved off. It's my wife, right?
Oh no, I totally understand where you're coming from. I don't know why that officer did that, but I've seen many cars where their license plates, the whole reflective, everything off that license plate is like, you can't even see it. It's just bare metal. But a little piece of flake, they should have just said, hey, we're pulling you over just to let you know, I think they're grasping for straws, but, I'm not going to get into politics like you say yourself, but yeah, that's just, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it from there, Chuck.
Yeah, absolutely there, Flynn. I think something's going on. I think everybody's going to start getting picked on now. I think the police have been told we need to ticket more people. So any little infraction, just get them. I heard on the Canada Day, uh, on Canada Day in Ottawa, they ticketed 700 people. They towed a bunch of vehicles. They just went to town in Ottawa there. It's just terrible. You go to celebrate Canada Day and you go home with $100 ticket or whatever it is, or you get towed. And then once you get towed, that's you got to pay the impound fee, you got to pay the fine, you got to do this. Next thing you know, you're looking at a few $100 down the road there. And yeah, I think that something's going on. I think that we're going to start seeing more more speed traps, more of cops issuing more tickets in general. So I personally think they've been slacking for the last 20 years. I'm always saying, when I see somebody doing something stupid, I'm like, well, where's a cop when you need one, right? Certainly not around here. So, anyways, we'll leave it at that, like you said there, Flynn. But, anyways, thanks for checking in, sir. Much appreciated. I'm glad you got your stuff worked out. And yeah, right on.
Yeah, no, it was nice, like I said, I used to drive out west, big truck and all that, and when I came back, they gave me a little bit of red flag on it, and they finally accepted it. So I got my full pledge AZ back, so I'm happy with that. And I actually drove for 2 days yesterday. Actually, I did 3 loads from St. Thomas to here, so kind of happy. But I still work in the Fasco as well, so it's an extra thing for me to, have a little bit of revenue, right? Got to fill the pockets a little bit and pay the bills.
Oh, yeah, you got that right. Oh, very good. Glad to hear it. I know I went through something similar there, but I was down in the States. And when I was working with the carnival in the 80s, I surrendered my Canadian driver's license and got a Florida chauffeur's license, which enables you to drive AZ here. And then when I quit the carny and moved back to Hamilton, I had trouble with my license there. They wouldn't recognize it, and they would not transfer it back over. Yeah, they get you. But anyways, we got all sorted out now. And okay, Flynn, anything else for us?
No, well, if you got another round, well, I'll be here for a little while. So, but anyways, Chuck, always a pleasure. Good to see that you still got it going, and we'll talk maybe soon enough. I'll sit here and wait for my call sign to be called again.
All right. Well, we don't know if we're going to go much further. It's 9:42 p.m. and a lot of people have left already and said goodnight. But we'll see. Let's do one more call out and see if there's anyone else out there who would like to join us here on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins. Please come now. Yeah, I think we're gonna shut down soon here. We're gonna go through the list one more time, and that'll be the 7-3 round for whoever is left. And so with that, Rick already said goodnight. So let's go to number 2, and that's VA3IMW.
Okay, I haven't been called number 2 in quite some time. That's not good. Anyways, Chuck, it's all about quality, not quantity, and you always run a quality net. You've always got some good quality participants, and good topics, good chitter chatter, and thanks for letting me bore everybody with some fishing stories, and I got lots more. Anyways, I'll bid you 73s, and we'll listen for you down the log, and look forward to another exciting AREG next Wednesday evening. 7-3s, and I'll be monitoring for a short bit.
All right, very good, Mac. Very good. Okay. I don't know if there's anybody else left on the list that's going to answer. We already said goodnight to Garnett. Arpad didn't answer last call, but let's try him again. VA3, VAD. Arpad, are you still with us? Last call. Okay. Must be at home watching a movie or something. And WPG didn't respond last time either. Pierre said goodnight. Wade said goodnight on YouTube. And George didn't answer last time. Let's give him one more shout. VE3GBD, George. Last call. All right. XLJ, Vanya, are you still with us? Last call. And that brings us back to Flynn. This will be the 7-3 round, Flynn. We're going to cut her short this evening, but it has been a pleasure. Over to you, sir. Well, there you have it. So tonight we've had a total of 11 check-ins, which isn't too bad. I mean, we usually average around 15, so we're not too far off. Of course, it's beautiful weather, summertime. People are away from the radios, which is understandable. But here we are for another AREG on Wednesday evening. So, are there any comments or, well, there's only one or two of you left, but are there any comments before we close the net? Okay. Well, that means we're gonna tie a ribbon around it, or whatever you want to call it, and say we'll call it an early night. Only 14 minutes short of 10 p.m. And so with that, again, this is week 1,503 weeks. Only 9 more weeks to go until 1,512. And on that day, that'll be the 29th year anniversary of the AREG. And so, looking forward to that. And so with that, we'll say goodnight to everyone. And we look forward to hearing from you again next week. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu saying good night and 7-3. We'll take a short break and come back in a little while. So I now return the frequency back to regular operation. Thank you very much. This is VA3 CJZ.